confusion. Draw a line in the sand, we abuse it. This moment we own, and watch us prove it. We are released, the revolution. Let's go ignite, elements collide in a flash of light. And you feel the hope, that means it's time. Light the fuse, bring the boom. Dynamite, let's go ignite, elements collide in a flash of light. And you feel the hope, that means it's time. Light the fuse, bring the boom. Dynamite. Let's live forever. Let's go ignite, elements collide in a flash of light. And you feel the hope, that means it's time. Light the fuse, bring the boom. Dynamite, let's go ignite, elements collide in a flash of light. And you feel the hope, that means it's time. Light the fuse, bring the boom. Dynamite, let's go ignite, elements collide in a flash of light. And you feel the hope, that means it's time. Light the fuse, bring the boom. Dynamite, let's go ignite, elements collide in a flash of light. And you feel the hope, that means it's time. Light the fuse, bring the boom. Dynamite.
Hello and welcome to the AEW Wrestling Talk Show with Reese Jones and
John Smith, and we will tell you the pre-show for tonight's AEW Revolution.
yes, AEW Revolution comes at us tonight in their first pay-per-view of 2020. They come at us from the Winchester Arena in Chicago, Illinois, hometown to CM Punk.
Of course.
So we have 8 matches scheduled for this card, one of which, as usual, in these shows, no matter which company it is, the other one shall remain nameless,
Yes.
will take place on the pre-show.
And that is SoCal Uncensored, Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky with Chris Daniels, taking on the Dark Order of Evil Uno and Stu Grayson with Alex Reynolds and John Silver.
Where shall this match go? The Dark Order has been teasing a higher power of sorts. So, depending who that person is and whether they decide to debut them at Revolution, will possibly play a factor in who wins this match. But I would say that this is going to go to the Dark Order.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly as well, hasn't this been building since the tag team tournament?
It has been, yes. And the Dark Order have been trying to recruit Chris Daniels into their ranks.
So that's the match that takes place on the pre-show. Now, on the main card,
We have
Chris Jericho, the leader of the Inner Circle, will
AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
will defend the title against John Moxley, aka Dean Ambrose. Now, here, I think it is time for Jericho to pass the title to someone else.
It is. He's held that title for a very, very long time.
Since August, to be exact.
Yep.
He's held the title longer than someone else we shall talk about a little later.
Yes, absolutely.
Speaking of Jericho, though, he plays a small factor in our next match.
Does indeed.
Because back at Full Gear in November, Cody Rhodes, or Cody as he's just referred to now, was challenging Chris Jericho for the AEW World Championship when MJF would throw in the towel and then hit him in his Revolotion.
Turning heel in the process, and ever since then, MJF has been getting one over on Cody in the build-up to this match.
So finally, about 4 months later,
many stipulations laid down by MJF.
the two finally have a match after Cody had to agree not to touch him until this match, be whipped 10 times by a belt, and defeat MJF's new bodyguard, who is
Wardlow.
in AEW's first steel cage match.
But who do we see walking out with the win in this matchup?
Well, we know that MJF has muscle with Wardlow, but so does Cody with one of the members of the Four Horsemen in AA Arn Anderson. It kind of also plays into a factor of what they will do on the outside. But I would... this match could swing either way. If this is going to drag on, they may want to have MJF win, or they could have Cody win and do something else.
To be honest, only time will tell, and only people booking the matches will know the answer.
In a tag team match for the AEW Tag Team Championships, current champions Kenny Omega and Adam Page, who won the titles on Chris Jericho's cruise ship,
Yes.
will defend against the Young Bucks in Matt and Nick Jackson. Now, this is a very intriguing match.
It is indeed, considering the history that Kenny Omega has
With
the
the
Young
Young
Bucks. Firstly, he's part of another team called the Elite.
Yes, and the team of Omega and Page also kind of remind me of the team of Bleep and Bleep from Bleep, who also compete on Wednesday evenings.
I like how you did that. But in a way, I can see
the Young Bucks winning. Maybe Omega turns on Page and realigns.
Or Page turns in on Omega. Who knows?
Coming up next, Jack Swagger. Jake Hager goes 1-on-1 with Dustin Rhodes.
So, battle of two former WWE superstars here.
This could go either direction. Although, actually, I say that, but it's more likely to go in Jake Hager's way. Because Dustin, unlike some people who will remain nameless for now, in his 50s, has proven that he can still go.
Yep.
But I still give the advantage to Jake Hager.
Now, this next match is between Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara of the Inner Circle.
And this whole thing started with a little bit of a skateboard.
Yes, which Darby Allin comes down to the ring with.
The skateboard he was beaten down by the Inner Circle.
He was.
As we have seen people do with chairs 100 times, his skateboard was smashed against his throat.
It was.
He then returned to AEW was it a week ago, when John Moxley was being beaten down by the Inner Circle, and Dustin Rhodes had come down to attempt to make the save. And Darby Allin would make his return to run off the Inner Circle. Yeah, I think it goes the way of Darby Allin. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
Yeah, I think Darby Allin might win this match, actually. Think about it.
Next,
I don't know why, but I'm thinking it could be that way.
Next we have the match for the AEW Toy Championship.
Yeah, in my and my colleague's opinion, this championship really doesn't look like a championship.
This championship design, and this takes some saying, in my opinion, is worse than the Universal Championship.
From a company that will remain nameless.
But in any event, Nyla Rose, who is
the first transgender woman in professional wrestling,
will defend the championship against
Chris Statlander.
Now, considering the fact that Nyla Rose won the championship from Rio
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, I do not see her losing the title anytime soon.
Neither do I. I want to see Nyla Rose at least have a long run with the championship before dropping the belt.
Yeah, well, we said that about someone else, who we shall mention later.
Yes. Next match is Pac, taking on freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy of the Best Friends.
Yes, well, Pac, who has just come off a grueling 30-minute Iron Man match,
with Kenny Omega,
is going to win this match, but I have heard people complaining about this match and that Orange Cassidy cannot wrestle.
Well, we'll have to see about that when we see the match ourselves.
So, to run through this again, on the pre-show, SCU, so-called Uncensored, take on the Dark Order.
Chris Jericho will defend the AEW World Championship against Dean Ambrose.
MJF will take on Cody with the various accompaniments of Wardlow and Arn Anderson.
Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page will defend the AEW Tag Team titles as they take on the Young Bucks of Matt and Nick Jackson.
Jake Hager will take on Dustin Rhodes.
Darby Allin will take on Sammy Guevara of the Inner Circle.
Nyla Rose will take on Chris Statlander for the AEW Women's Championship.
And Pac will take on freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy.
AEW Revolution takes place in just a matter of hours
from this recording.
From the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. And next week we shall bring you the results to this show,
as well as our reactions and thoughts.
Until then, he's been
Sean Smith and he's been
Reese Jones, and we shall see you next week.
Yes, we shall.